So I've spent the past couple of days just shooting photos and editing them, so that's been super boring, so I haven't really filmed any of that process. But I'll let you see my light box setup real fast because it's kind of interesting before I like pick it up, but it takes over my whole couch, so I want it gone. So here's my light box setup. It literally is a cardboard box that is falling apart on the side with 3 daylight bulb lamps, and I'll usually put a 4th in front of the couch down on the ground. But this is how I take all my photos. I know it's kind of silly how the box is falling apart. I probably should make a better one, but that's how I take all my photos, and it takes up the whole couch in my office, which is totally fine, but it is kind of like a janky setup. You can see I have like a pasta machine box holding the top lamp in place, but like the top of the couch is the perfect place to put the lamp, so I'm not really complaining. But yeah, now that I'm done with the light box, I need to put that away so that my dog can sit on the couch again. I used it to shoot the first 30 or so pieces of my rainbow collection, and now that I have those first 30 shot, I've started to seal them so they'll be like ready to go because I'm gonna start releasing them next week, and I'll let you see them real quick. So here's what we got going on for the rainbow collection. They're super cute. I think they turned out really well, especially since I feel like I was really like doing them all hours of the day and night trying to get them ready when I wanted them ready. They're just sitting here waiting for their sealant to dry, so that's what's happening with them. Yeah, I'm super happy with all their sweet little faces. Rainbows are just some of my favorite things ever, so I'm always super excited when I get to make a full rainbow collection, and I feel like I have an excuse to make one about once a year, and I always like really feel like it's special when I get to make them. And then I do have a few rainbow pieces that still need to be finished. Like here's a little giraffe that could still use some work, and I have a couple of dragons. As you can see, I like started painting the rainbows on this one, but like didn't have the time to finish him. And then this one will also get the same sort of like patterned on rainbows. And then I have 2 little tigers that they have stripes, but they don't have any eyes yet. Those last 5 I'll get to as soon as I can, but because I have a lot of like freelance projects and things, I figured let me finish the main group, get them ready to go so that I have Instagram content and like actually have things to put in shop updates, and then I'll do my other work and then come back to finish these last 5, because these last 5 really are some of the pieces that take a lot more time and work than others. I'm planning to do like really detailed like ombre rainbow eye on these ones, and then the rainbows just take many hours to paint, and so do giraffe spots. So I figured like these really time consuming ones I'll loop back and do them later. I'd really prefer to get a whole collection done at once, but sometimes when you have like surprise projects come up or you're really trying to get something out fast, you just sort of like bump things back to make sure like overall everything is done as well as possible. Yeah, that's what I have going on so far this week. I'm excited to get the first 4 weeks or so of the rainbow collection totally finished up, and then be able to hopefully work on the last 5 once I've sort of worked on some of my other freelance projects that I need to get done this week. Hi y'all, it's Saturday, and you're probably gonna think I'm crazy, but I think I'm gonna cover this door in paper right now because this is the angle of my office that gets the best lighting, and I'm trying to shoot a brand deal, and this like tan door in the background just isn't cutting it, so I think I'm gonna paper it and paint it real quick. So as always, I just unscrew the door handle when I put paper on the doors because it just makes it easier and it looks cleaner. There he goes. I'll just pull him out and Hi, editing Casey here to say that at this point in this video, I completely went off the rails, and so we'll pick back up. Okay. And also, here's what the door looks like. And that's what the door currently looks like. I never painted it. Maybe eventually I will, but at the moment I did not. But it still looked better with the white on it in the back of the video, so I don't regret the time it took to cover it in paper. So, I've been filming something all week, and now my office is an absolute zoo. It's so bad. This is what happens when you do a big brand deal and you don't clean up after yourself because it's a rush job and you're busy. Hi there, long time no see. I kind of went a little off the rails this week, and I'm finally getting my life in the studio back to normal. So like, let me explain. I had a brand reach out to me to do like rush work for them. Basically that meant that the past week, have been like going crazy getting this content made. So I submitted it this morning, which was the day it was due, and I'm still waiting for them to review it. I like did the minimum of what I needed to get done for my shop, and then I immediately just like dove headfirst into spending like all day, every day working on this content, which I'm so grateful for. Like, I'm so happy with the project I made. I hope that the brand really likes it. But like, man, oh man, did I just really go. Finally today, I like cleaned up the like complete tornado that was my office after filming this content, and I'm starting to paint my last few little rainbow animals again. So I'm now getting back to painting this little guy. These rainbow ones take super long to paint, and they always look super weird before they're finished. But these are the ones I kind of had to stop working on, but I'm now painting him. And I think I'm going to give this one the similar treatment, even though it's a different type of dragon. But yeah, I finished that deal, and then I cleaned my office, and just like, there is no better feeling than finishing a project and being able to like clean up the disaster it created. Have it not be like a total disaster. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but it's so much better than it was, you know, a couple hours ago. So today I've been working on this giraffe, and I don't know what it is, but working on this one and giving him his spots has been something I've just been like dreading for like weeks, ever since I sculpted him. And like, it wasn't even that bad. Like, yeah, it was time consuming, but sometimes I just like think about making a piece and I like dread it, and then it's not even that horrible. Like, I feel like I could have done a better job of painting the spots if I painted giraffes more often, but like, it's literally been like 2 years since I've made a giraffe, so I'm kind of rusty. But he's still cute, and I didn't totally hate making him, so that's encouraging. Hi, so today is Saturday, and I spent pretty much the whole day today working on finishing those last 5 rainbow animals. And it's 5 p.m. and I just finished them, so I'm super excited about that. And my first rainbow restock was this morning. So I've sold the first little set of rainbow animals. So what I want to do before I pack them up and ship them out is share the whole collection, because last time with the cottagecore collection, I wasn't able to do that because I'd already shipped some of them out. So some of the reveals were like photos, because, you know, it's hard keeping everything in the right places and organizing everything. But I'm going to show you all of them before the first little set gets shipped out, because I have all of them finished, and also finally the last 5 painted. So I'm excited about that. So again, if like watching reveals of a whole collection of like 35 animals is like a lot, like definitely skip the next segment. But for those of you that are interested, I'm going to show you the collection. Because this collection is super large, I had to put them in multiple stock trays. but they're kind of mixed in with some of the older stuff I'm saving for later in the summer. But I'll show you what I got. This collection has a lot of really larger animals, like unicorns. So they take up more space than normal, but I have a few of these ombre-haired unicorns that are super cuties. And this one sold this morning, but she has an ombre, but each like chunk of hair is a different color rather than being along the strand of hair, so she gets kind of more colors. And then for the first time ever, I did some rainbow dessert animals, and it's something I did for a sponsored project. I made one of these that I kept a long time ago, and I finally have got around to making some for the shop. I love the little sprinkles on this one's nose. I know some people may hate it, but I feel like it was just like one of those details I had to do. But I did a whole bunch of the dessert ones. So here's a little narwhal. They have a rainbow cake. It's my favorite. I love the rainbow cake. But y'all saw me making these rainbow desserts for these little guys. Honestly, like with the cake, they're cute from both sides, but I kind of feel like this is the display side, if I'm being real about it. But she sold this morning. She's such a cutie. Then I have these ones with the rainbows on their back. I first did this design a few years ago, and that time the rainbows were like facing up, so you'd see the rainbow from the top, but it didn't make as much sense as from the side because I feel like these are meant to be viewed from the side, so I sort of changed the shape here. Same with this little turtle. I painted the little sparklies on his shell. And she just has the rainbow. Cute little turtle face. Okay, the rest in this box are from my ocean collection, which is going to relaunch later in the summer. So I did these rainbow tigers, and one of them sold this morning, and the second I'll put in the shop in a few weeks. But I did the two of them, and this is sort of how they look in my new style. I haven't made these in seriously years, but I figured let's bring them back. They're cuties. And then I just finished painting these this morning, but I did a different style. I also made a different style of rainbow tiger. So these are like more of a gradient that I did with chalk pastels, and then I just painted little white stripes on over. And I do think they are pretty cute. They look like that. But it's just a different way of looking at it. I think I like these more, but I also kind of like those more. But these aren't sealed yet. I have to still seal them, photograph them, do all that. Then again with the dessert animals, I did the turtles, of course. And this one has each fin in a different color. And now that all the desserts are on, I do like this purpley pink shell color, but if you watch some of my earlier studio vlogs, I was kind of dubious about it. I was like, I don't know about this, but I sort of need to go for it. So I did. She's pretty cute. And then I did one with the rainbow shell. Again, I've sort of showed the making of this one already in previous vlogs. But she also has all the desserts, and she's got like a glittery white base, which might not be picking up on camera, but there is glitter in the clay. Again, gotta have that rainbow cake. Rainbow eyes on these ones. There's a little glare because I've already sealed the eyes up. Finally, here's the one that I've already shared as of right now. The little yellow and pink. This is how I traditionally make my dessert turtles, kind of like one base color for the body, another for the shell, another for their stomach. And then I put the desserts on top, but I like the other two variations too. I feel like I like all three this time. But I love the little star macarons. Oh, and when I was showing you the big cats, I nearly forgot. I did leopards. Again, these have been another one I just haven't done in so long because I overdid them a few years ago. And so literally it's been years since I brought them to the shop. But I did two. And they're rainbows are in the separate order just to tell the difference between the two and to give a different look, and because sometimes customers can tell the difference between them, but I can't. So if I make them pretty like different, I can think like, okay, the one with the purple spots in the head just sold, ship him out, and then the pink spotted one will go in a different order. Continuing with the desserties, I did jellyfish. And I love these little beans. They're so sweet. Jellyfish are kind of a newer addition to my shop. They're like one of the animals I've been picking up doing within the past year or so. And I like the dessert jellyfish. When I'm doing the dessert animals, I have to like think about, okay, where can they have a big flat surface to put desserts? And jellyfish have a big flat head, so they fit pretty well. They can't fit as much as the turtle, but they can fit a good amount of desserts on there. And I just did a like rainbowy, semi-translucent jelly. Just a sweet little tiny one. And here's another one made with that same rainbowy translucent clay. It's this turtle with the little clouds and the rainbows painted on the shell. I love doing these ones. Anything painted with rainbows is gonna be time consuming, but it's always just one of my faves. Yeah, here's this sweet thing. And then same with these two. Each of them is a little different. I sold this one this morning, and then this one will be for a future shop restock. But they just have the rainbows painted on their shells. This one doesn't have eyeshadow. And this one has just a little line of blue eyeshadow. It's something I've been experimenting with. Generally, I don't give them that detail, but I think it's been kind of fun to add on to a few. Okay, one more dessert narwhal. I always try to make multiples in different colors of these dessert animals because I feel like multiple people want a dessert animal, and so I make multiples, but I just differentiate them by colors so people can get their favorite color or just have a unique piece. Like if they're gonna have little facial differences and stuff, I might as well give them all a unique color, you know? They're not carbon copies, so I might as well like lean into that. I haven't shown many of these, but this is one of my favorite designs. I believe the first time I made a noodle dragon, sort of in this shape, I called it the Rainbow Dreamer Dragon. And this has just always been one of my favorite, like, unique designs I've come up with, because I feel like it's a creature with these rainbows, with this style that's, like, unique to my shop. And there's a lot of repetition when you make cutie stuff. Like, a lot of people are going to make a rainbow unicorn. But this is a design I actually came up with, so I love that. She's a pretty girl. Same with this one. This is my cloud Pegasus, and so I know Pegasus in itself, or alicorn, I guess. I've gotten into so much trouble on TikTok for not calling them the right names. But this is a design I also came up with, like with the cloud hair. And this is one of those designs where it's easy to imagine the cloud hair, but it's another thing to like 3D sculpt it. And I've always just been so happy that it's been something I've been able to sculpt, because sometimes those really like conceptual concepts, I just don't quite know how to do it, but I was able to figure it out for this gal, and I've made a couple of these over the years, and every single time they're a little different and a little special, and I love her. This is the first time I've had like little sparklies onto this design, I'm pretty sure, and I love them. A couple more of those rainbowy ones. A noodle dragon, but a standing one instead of a curly one. And I just like love the two shapes on her. It just like works for the style. And this turtle, again with that style with the rainbow on the back. This one sold this morning. I don't know what it is about the turtles, but I can't always get them to have a face that I like, but I like the face on this one. Then I did a couple of rainbow zebras. I showed the making of these in previous vlogs, but this little cutie, and then one with slightly different coloring. Little cutie. And then a couple of lions. Little sweet things. They have slightly different manes. I think I'm gonna go with this style of mane going forward, but also depend on what other people like, because obviously I want to take what my audience likes into account. Yeah, just little lions. I'll show you the rest of the ones I finished this morning. So I finished those 2 ombre tigers, and then this giraffe, which for some reason I have spent the entire time I was working on this collection dreading painting this giraffe. And it like wasn't even that horrible of a paint job. Like, sure, it took me some time, and I think it could have been better if I was more like in tune with painting giraffes, but I hadn't painted one in years when I made this gal. But like, she turned out fine, I think. I don't know why I was like so afraid of working on her. But here she is. Sorry, my hands are shaky. People always tell me, they're like, oh, you must have such steady hands to paint these. I'm like, no, I have shaky hands. I just pause, wait for my hands to finish shaking, keeping on going. You know how it is. And then 2 more, then we're done. These are the last 2 I worked on. And man, oh man, the most time consuming. So the rainbow painted animals are like my most time consuming critters. Oh my lord, they take forever. But I can't resist doing them. They're so sweet. There's just something special about that rainbow painted design on them. And like, there's something like almost therapeutic about doing them, even though it's annoying to like get all the little stripes right, because each one takes multiple coats of paint and all that. But like, I won't do them for a while after this, but I'm glad I did them. They really are cute. So this sweetie, and then I have one more. This little thing. Here she is. And each of these just probably took at least a day to paint. I did them in stages. But like, wow, they took forever. So I hope they sell. We'll see. I feel like I need to gear myself up to price them accordingly for the extreme amount of time they took to make. But here she is, pretty girl. And those will be sealed super soon. But yeah, that is my rainbow collection. Doing a rainbow collection is always such a joy.